What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to week 4 of our New York Giants franchise rebuild, completely modded. We're playing on PC. I've been gone for about 10 days. I was a little under the weather, so since it's been a while, I do apologize. Let's do a quick recap of what happened weeks 1 through 3. This will decide the game here for New York if they are able to pick up the first down, and they are not. Can Graham Gano give Frank Donk his first ever win in his first career game against a division opponent? The kick is up, and it's no good. We got Slayton in the slot here. Can we get him another touchdown? Yes, we can. Slayton, so far the offensive MVP. We can't seem to find anybody healthy. And there is Saquon Barkley. Don't know what that was about, but Daniel Jones, I don't know what the end was doing, and Daniel Jones with his second rushing touchdown. And just like that, the New York Giants, under new head coach Frank Donk, picks up his first win in his first ever game in MetLife Stadium on, I think it was a second down, and thrown to Saquon. Saquon reaches out to the pylon and touchdown. Saquon, again, is a little shaken up. Daniel Jones will look to find him here. And there he is over the middle, up the seam, all the way again to the 7-yard line. Upgraded offensive line. You would think he might want to sit in there a little bit more. Devin Booker pushes forward for a touchdown. In Giants territory here. Bring it up. A big sack by the rookie. Ball snapped. Daniel Jones runs out to the right. And Khalil Mack, who was right there in front of him, been in his face all day. And that is it. The Giants escape in a thriller. All right, so you see now we're sitting at 2-1. We are tied atop the NFC East. There's a three-way tie between the Washington football team, your New York Giants, and the Philadelphia Eagles. Don't forget those Cowboys are coming for us, but we have a big game today against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence, they're trying to get their first win of the day. If the New York Giants have turned over a new leaf, they will have to take care of business today against a winless Jacksonville Jaguars team. Let's go ahead and start this weekly strategy. Do not forget that Saquon Barkley, Kadarius Toney, and Julian Love are all hurt. Top starters on this team, 2 on offense, of course, 1 on defense, Julian Love being that safety. Let's go ahead and check out the weekly game plan. What do we need to look at? Should we need to try to stop James Robinson and force the man, the myth, the legend, Trevor Lawrence, to throw the ball? And it looks like that they're not really that good at throwing. Passer rating's not that well. I don't think we really worry about that. We've had a tough time stopping the run, so let's defend the inside run there on defense. And on offense, we are going to look to try to continue. I think running the ball might be the best thing. Do they blitz a lot? I always like to try the counter blitzing, and no, they're not a blitz heavy team. They do allow some deep passing. Now I really like medium short passing, especially for Daniel Jones and that revamped offensive line. But maybe we really just try to run it. They don't allow a lot of yards running, but I guess we're going to throw it short. We're going to throw it short. It looks like that is what the game plan's calling for us, so that's what we have to do. We have to make sure that we do whatever's going to put our team in the best position to win week in and week out, and it can't always do the same thing. So on defense, we've got nobody hurt. Woo, all right, that's okay. On offense, hopefully we ain't got no offensive lineman. Darius Slayton has a back. Darius Slayton is our go-to guy. Kadarius Toney, Darius Slayton are both hurt. So back strain, does that keep him out? Let's go ahead and go to the injury report. I hope that's not keeping him out, and it is. Darius Slayton is out for this game. That is a huge, huge loss. Kadarius Toney, Darius Slayton's hurt. That means O.J. Howard is going to have to step it up. We're going against our former tight end and Evan Ingram, he had a huge breakout game. He's 97 overall. Oh my God. He is doing great. He's going to try to prove everything against this New York Giants team. You know what time it is. New York Giants, Jacksonville Jaguars. Let's get ready to rumble. All right, here we go. New York Giants 2-1 going up against the undefeated Jacksonville Jaguars here in Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence, not a good start to his rookie campaign, and it's not looking good so far in his second year. All right, Jaguars won the toss and elect to defer. That means Daniel Jones and the New York Giants are going to get the ball at the 25 to start this game. And Daniel Jones has had a decent start to this 2022 campaign. You see right there, a little completing about 60% of his passes, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He's throwing about 150 yards per game. So he's really just trying to be the game manager for this New York Giants team. And where this team has been able to find success is in the running game with Saquon Barkley and Devontae Booker. And the first play of the game is given to Devontae up the middle for a gain of 2 yards on the play. Devontae Booker proved in the preseason that he can be an every down back, at least a change of pace back for Frank Donk and this New York Giants offense. Player in motion, giving it right back to Devontae Booker, who goes up the middle. There's a flag on the play, but not before picking up a first down. And we have holding on the play. Big run, Andrew Thomas, who was moved from right tackle to right guard after 2 strong picks by Frank Donk in the offseason with the draft, has moved Andrew Thomas over to right guard, and that is a big penalty. We'll have to see if they will stick and keep Andrew Thomas in right guard there. And again, we have another wide receiver in motion, and they do a little sweep to Tolbert, who picks up a few yards on the play. And now Andrew Thomas, who had the penalty the play before, is now hurt. Third down and 5 coming up. And the game plan for the Giants today, we heard all week, was to toss it short, try to get this ball underneath, and just like that, Smoot comes in and gets a sack. Huge loss, brings up 4th down. And we hear from the sidelines that Andrew Thomas has a strayed forearm, will return soon. It looks like they're going to be okay substituting in a player for the time being. But Smoot with a huge sack on the first drive of the day by the Giants, and the Giants are forced to punt it. No, they're actually throwing it. Again, I did the same thing I did earlier, and I picked the wrong freaking play. All right, so here we go. Bad decision by Frank Donk to do a special teams trickery play there. And now the winless Jags get the ball on the 31. They pick up 2 on the first run of the play. I'm coughing up a lot, so again, I apologize if I can't be as energetic as I am earlier. We got a little, I don't know, what is this? I think that's definitely a that is probably some type of glitch in the mod, as Trevor Lawrence, they might want to check his head on the play. So this forces the Jaguars to kick about a 52-yard punt and try to take a lead early here in the first quarter. And that kick is no good. Brings up a 2nd down and 10 on the play. And that ball is thrown and released right before he is hit, and pressure is coming on Daniel Jones. You will notice that there is not a lot of open windows in the secondary for Daniel Jones. 2 of his best receivers have been hurt and will not be available on the day. And this one's thrown underneath the Devontae Booker, who gets hit and picks up 9. That will bring down a 4th and 1. And will Frank Donk go for it here on the 49? And you know he will. We have a bunched up situation on that defensive line. Wide receiver in motion. And that is, I don't know if he got it. This game's got a shaky start. Both teams trying to find their way here. Trevor Lawrence, wide open receiver in the middle of the field. And his first completion of the day is of 19 yards as Mitchie III, I don't know his first name, picks up the catch and the first down. Giants, one of the most blitz happy teams in the NFL. Blitzing here can't get James Robinson down on the play. Ball on the 6. Giants looking like they're bringing some pressure here. They blitz up the middle, and Kayvon Thibodeaux making his entrance known here in Jacksonville with a huge tackle for a loss of 3 on the play. Looks like the Giants are going to continue to bring some pressure here. Thrown over the middle. And there's Trevor Lawrence finding McCormick again. And that one is just going to be thrown away. And we do have an injury timeout on the play. Looks like this one of the linemen by the Jaguars on about a 20-yard field goal. Kicks up, and it is good. 3-0 Jacksonville. Oh, man, looks like our rookie outside linebacker, Jackson, is hurt on the play. It says he has his injury risk is high, so we're going to try to mitigate that. We don't need any of our other players getting hurt. New York has not been able to get much going through the air or on the ground, and that one is just incomplete. Errant throw by Daniel Jones, and it's taken back. 31-yard pick 6. Daniel Jones reeling here in the first quarter of this game with Saquon out, Kadarius Toney, Darius Slayton, Sterling Shepard traded. He's really trying to figure out who is his go-to guy here, and that one's thrown and almost intercepted again. That's thrown over the middle to Johnson. Big catch on the day. That one's thrown over the middle again. Johnson. Daniel Jones might have found something there. His second completion or second catch of the day, both for 2 big first downs. 35 yards, ball on the 42. We start the second quarter as Daniel Jones and this New York offense is looking to try to get something going. Nice rush there by Devontae Booker. Pick up a 6 ball on the 36. 2nd and 4. Down by more than 2 scores. The Giants are looking to try to answer here. Little read option. Given up the middle to, again, Devontae Booker. Another good run. And this drive is starting to pick up some steam. You see Frank Dog there applauding his offense, trying to rally the troops, not want to get too far behind a winless team here in Jacksonville, as that ball is given right back up the middle to Devontae Booker again for only a pickup of 3. That ball's thrown over the middle to Kenny Golladay, who drops it. His first target of the day, and Kenny Golladay has not had a good start to his campaign in New York. He's still looking for his first ever touchdown as a New York Football Giant. Drops a pass there on 2nd down, brings up 3rd and 7. Ball thrown into the end zone. It's batted up and almost intercepted. Graham Gano, who has missed a few kicks so far in this early season. The kick's up to the right, but it is good and brings the Jags lead to only 6. Oh no. Big run by James Robinson to Dante Jackson. Or I'm sorry, Drake Jackson was able to stop James Robinson in the backfield there, but he breaks a tackle and now gives the ball to Jacksonville all the way up to the 48. Little counter action, and that is stopped in the backfield by Blake Martinez. That pass is thrown over the middle. No one there as James Bradbury goes with the wide receiver to the left. James Robinson finds the soft spot in that zone and picks up 23 on the play. There is Drake Jackson not missing the tackle that time. Loss of 1. We've got a 3rd down and 7. Some pressure being brought. There's a flag on the play, but a wide open receiver. And oh my, you cannot be happy if you are a Jacksonville Jaguar. One thing an offensive lineman can't do on 3rd and long is to get too far downfield. And that's what happened. Prevents a big play. And now Trevor Lawrence trying to find somebody. He's just going to scramble. Drake Jackson slips the tackle, not able to bring him down, and Trevor Lawrence is able to pick up a few yards on the play, make that about 7. But the Giants are able to stop Jacksonville from scoring a touchdown. The kick's up and it's shanked again. The second missed kick on the day, and I have to say, this game is weird. Nice run, but there is a flag on the play, and we have another holding penalty on New York, and it's Andrew Thomas again. And it's looking like early in this season that Andrew Thomas just does not seem comfortable in that right guard situation. That ball's thrown over the top and intercepted. One-on-one coverage with Kenny Galladay. And Shaquille Griffin with the interception. Daniel Jones just throws that up in one-on-one coverage, and one of the best defenders in the NFL comes down with it. You see here, he has one-on-one coverage. I'm sorry, I said that was Kenny Galladay. That was actually Johnson. That was thrown up, and the bigger Johnson was not able to secure proper position and get that ball for his quarterback. Third down situations. They have another one here, and that's thrown over the middle and almost intercepted. New offensive lines, and this ball is kicked. It's up, and it is good. It just snuck the right upright. That ball's thrown over the middle. The Tolbert, and a big catch there. Daniel Jones, 5 of 12, on 2 interceptions already on the day. But a nice throw for 17 yards brings up a first down and 10 on the 43 as New York is trying to get a touchdown before halftime. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. Have a wide receiver in motion. Ball is ran up the middle. Devontae Booker, who picks up almost 10 yards on the day. This brings up third down in inches. The crowd, the sirens. Can New York pick up the first down? And they do. Devontae Booker is still running all the way to the 39. The clock continues to run. New York decides not to call a timeout. They're going to try to run as much time off the clock as they possibly can. We have a screen out to the left. That's thrown to Devontae Booker, and there's plenty of space here for him if he can pick up some blocks, but he gets taken down from behind by the safety who was blitzing, and he is not able to pick up the first down, second and inches. Nice play by New York. Devontae Booker, wide open, drops the pass. We have seen that from him a few times this season. Brings up another third down. Let's see what New York decides to do. They decide to run it, and Devontae Booker pushes through. New York again, still not calling any timeouts, really not worried about the clock too much, as that's thrown to Devontae Booker again for a nice little pickup of about 6, and New York calls their first timeout. New York trying to get that ball to O.J. Howard, pick up the first down, and then go out of bounds. Is unsuccessful in doing so. There's Tolbert wide open over the middle, and they will call their third timeout with about 20 seconds, 8 yards to go, 19 seconds. You have to think that they're going to get a few attempts here at the end zone before halftime and try to get this within about a 2-score lead. First play, it's thrown over the middle. Daniel Jones nowhere to go, and he just takes off and runs for it. Daniel Jones showing he's got the wheels. All right, so we picked this up in the third quarter. A lot of sloppy special teams play by both of these teams in the first half. Jacksonville with 2 missed kicks. Bad tackling here by New York allows James Robinson to pick up 20 yards on the first play of the second half. But that was, as I was mentioning, Jacksonville misses 1 field goal, 1 extra point. They leave 4 points on the board. New York with 2 turnovers through the air with Daniel Jones and one on special teams, on a special teams blunder. Just a weird game. A very sloppy game by two very young rebuilding teams as Jacksonville continues to hammer the football on the ground, picking up chunk plays every time they run it. Ball on the 36 already. First drive of the game, or I'm sorry, of the second half, as they look to try to extend their lead. As Drake Jackson makes that tackle, the Giants are in a decent position, 3rd down and 6. Can they stop them and try to hold them to the field goal and put more pressure on that kicker? As Robinson cuts up the middle on Blake Martinez and carries it all the way to the 1-yard line. Very weird tackling. And a missed tackle by Blake Martinez allows a rushing touchdown by Jacksonville. But this is what we've all been watching. Can they make the extra point kick? And they do. 19-10, Jacksonville with the lead. That ball is complete to O.J. Howard for a first down. His name not mentioned much. We really thought in pregame, we thought O.J. Howard would be able to eat today, but really not been able to get much going as Devontae Booker takes that ball and carries it all the way to the 45 for a pickup of 8. That ball is thrown over the middle to the right, O.J. Howard, and that is incomplete. New York's going to be left with a long field goal attempt here, 51 yards, but Graham Gano, one of the better kickers in the NFL, he kicks it and shakes it off to the right, and that is no good. You have to think that Jacksonville's probably going to run it here. Player in motion. And knows a play action. And Trevor Lawrence finds a wide open Chenault Jr. for 26 yards on the play. 3rd down and 4. We're in the 4th quarter. 11 minutes left in this game. And if New York wants a chance, they're going to have to get a stop here. And they do. Drake Jackson able to stop James Robinson from picking up the first down. Puts this ball into the kicker's hands. Still a 2-score lead, regardless if he makes it or not, and he does. And now that makes this 22-10. Giants down by 12 with 11 minutes left to go. Ball on the 34-yard line, brings up again 2nd and 1 on the play. As Daniel Jones just holds on to the ball. Josh Allen comes in. We haven't mentioned his name all day. And he gets a huge sack on 2nd down, makes this 3rd down and 8. That's thrown over. Devontae Booker again, who picks up the first down. Play action here on 1st down. No one open, and Daniel Jones just decides to get down and run with it. 2 rushes, 22 yards. Daniel Jones with the only touchdown by New York. This is thrown over to Brightwell, who picks up about 8 on the catch. Daniel Jones, 13 for 23 on the day. And Devontae Booker has a foot sprain, so you would have to think for the rest of this game, it is Brightwell time. This brings up a 3rd down and 2, and down by 12. New York, with only 7 minutes left to go, is going to have to convert here and pick up a first down. And Daniel Jones is hit from behind as Josh Allen again with his 2nd sack on the day. That ball is thrown off to the right and caught by Johnson for a gain of about 13 and first down New York. That ball's thrown over the middle to Tolbert all the way to the 1-yard line. We have just about 4 minutes left in the game. Daniel Jones taking his time, ball on the 1. We've got a tight end in motion here. About 5 seconds left on the play clock. This is given to Brightwell, who takes it up the middle for a touchdown. New York. All right, so here we go. 1st down and 10, ball on the 26. Drake Jackson with a nice stop there, either on this set of downs or the next, and it looks like it's going to have to be the next, as there is an injury on the play. I think that is James Robinson who got hurt. That stops the clock. Good thing for New York. Again, big boys in for New York, for Jacksonville, and this ball is taken all the way to the 18-yard line. McCormick picking up a huge first down. And will Jacksonville just decide to run it or pass it? You have to think, as successful as they have been at running it all day, yes, they will continue to do it and get it all the way down to the 4 after a pickup of 10 on the play. And they just allow Jacksonville to run it right up the gut. Touchdown, Jaguars. And that is it. Jacksonville gets their first win of the season against Frank Donk in the now 2-2 New York Giants. Daniel Jones throws 2 interceptions. He runs for a touchdown. But the real story of the game was the rushing attack by Jacksonville, and it was all Jacksonville all day. They had 3 takeaways, even with all of the missed field goals by Jacksonville. They are still able to win 35-17. All right, guys, so unfortunately that wasn't the outcome that we wanted. Jacksonville basically spanks us for 4 quarters. Daniel Jones did not look good. You could tell we're missing our offensive weapons. We don't have those wide receivers running wide open underneath. Jacksonville had a good game plan. They smashed it right down our throats for 4 quarters. Let's go ahead and advance the week and see. We have the Minnesota Vikings next week at home. They're 3-1. The Cowboys lose. Everyone loses in our division, so everything stays put. That's all we're worried about, trying to win our division. We're not worried about the rest. New York stays where they're at, tied atop the NFC East with a 2-2 record. That's our 2nd loss. I did think I said, I can't remember if I said 2 or 3 losses, but for every 3 losses, remember, we're going to throw in a random scenario that will affect a player, either positively or negatively. And I just don't want that to happen, because some of those things are pretty negative. Some of them are forcing trades, a player sitting out for the rest of the season, a player retiring earlier. What if it's one of our good rookies? But some of them are nice buffs to players. A lot of them are negative, though, so it hurts to lose. Bad things happen to teams who lose, and we lost today. We're 2-2. We're still got a good chance to take the NFC East, but we will find out in the next video. We're going to Minnesota to try to upset the 3-1 Vikings. I'll catch everybody later.